Hello everyone. This is just a short little yoga sequence, particularly to release the hips and the shoulders. Especially good if you've been sitting for a little while, or maybe you've been traveling and sitting for a little while, or you've been working at your desk. So all you need for this is a yoga strap. And if you haven't got a yoga strap, I'm sure you've got something around your house which is very similar, like a long belt, or even maybe the tie off of a bathrobe. So you'll need that for this little session. So when you're ready, come onto your yoga mat and lie down onto your back. Just place the strap to one side. You'll need that in a moment. But let's begin just down on our back. And let's hug the knees into the chest. And just start to circle the knees around. Just gently releasing into the lower back. Massaging the lower back. It just feels so good. Okay. And then come back to stillness with the knees over your hips, over your belly. And place the left foot down on the floor. Grab hold of your strap and lasso the strap around your right foot. And extend the right leg up towards the sky, holding the strap fairly high in both hands or one hand, and just gently press the foot into the strap, just to gently ease and open out through the back of that right leg. Now you can either keep this left knee bent, or some people find it okay just to extend the left leg down to the ground, so that's also an option. And then we're going to take hold of the strap in your right hand and take your left arm out along the floor level with your shoulder. Now keep flexing the left toes back towards you to help keep this left leg grounded. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, lower the right leg out towards the right hand side, and I'm just going to lower my right elbow onto the floor so it's like a little shelf. You're looking straight up to the sky, the left toes are flexing back towards you, and you are pressing into that strap with the right foot. Just take a couple of breaths in here, everyone. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting that leg back up. Take the left hand onto the strap and take the right hand out along the floor, level with the shoulder. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, take the right leg over towards the left. And again, maybe bringing the left elbow down to the floor to act like a little shelf. We're keeping that right leg parallel with the right hip. So my right hip is definitely up off the ground here. And if you wanted, you could turn your head, look down the right arm. Just take this little twist a little higher up into the spine. Pressing the foot into that strap. Just take another couple of breaths here. Lovely deep stretch for the outer right hip and thigh. And then inhale, lift that right leg back up. Oh, wonderful. Let's do the same on the other side. So placing the right foot down on the floor, bend the left knee in, lasso the foot, straighten that left leg and hold up nice and high on your thigh with your left hand. And just begin by pressing the foot into the strap, just to sort of stretch and elongate the muscles along the back of that leg. And again, if you're comfortable to slide the right leg down along the floor and flex the right toes back towards you, so that really helps to keep that leg anchored. Take the right arm out along the floor, level with your shoulder. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, let's take that left leg out over towards the left. Lower the left elbow down once again, just to act as a little shelf. And just enjoy that super deep stretch down the inner left thigh, the adductor muscle. If you press the foot into the strap and gently pull the strap back into the foot, it's just a little bit of strengthening, eccentric strengthening. So we're lengthening the muscle, but we're also engaging it at the same time. It helps to strengthen the inner thigh. One more breath in and out here, everyone. And then on the inhalation, lift that left leg back up. Let's change the hands over. Right hand holds the top of the strap. Left arm out along the floor, level with the shoulder. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, with that left leg nice and straight, lowering over to the right hand side. And maybe allow that right elbow to come down onto the floor to act like a little shelf. And again, left hip is up off the floor. Now, if this is a little bit too much, of course, for your hip or your knee, you can always do this with the knee bent and place the right hand on top of the left knee instead. It's always an option, always a modification. Just taking one more breath in and out here. Lovely. And then inhale, lifting back up to center. Wonderful. Bring both knees, just lower the strap down onto the floor and bring both knees into the chest. Just coming to a little happy baby here. So taking both knees nice and wide, wider than your rib cage, and then lifting the feet up towards the sky. So the knees stay low, but the soles of the feet are up towards the sky. Now, if you can, take your hands on the inside of the legs and see if you can hold your insteps. But if you can't quite reach the feet, then also, there's always the option of bringing the hands onto the back of the thighs instead. But we're going to keep the knees nice and low and trying to keep as much of the lower spine down on the ground as possible. Okay, just taking a couple of breaths in and out here, opening out through the hips, opening out through the lower belly, feet flex to the sky. Wonderful. And then bring the knees together, everyone. Place the feet down on the floor so the heels are more or less going to be underneath the knees. We're preparing for bridge pose. So the neck is nice and straight. You're looking straight up to the ceiling, both arms down along the floor either side of you, palms down. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, push through the feet and lift the hips and the spine up off the floor, coming into Setu Bandhasana or bridge pose. Pressing down through the shoulders, the upper arms, and just enjoying this beautiful deep opening across the top of the front of the thighs and down through the top of the thigh muscles or quadriceps. Keep pressing through the feet. One more breath. Wonderful. Very slowly lower the spine and the hips. Carefully back down to the floor. Landing nice and gentle. Lovely. Draw the knees in once again. Do a few more little knee circles. Massage the lower back. And then bring the knees back over the belly. Now we're going to come up into a seated position. You can either roll up into seated, or if your spine is a little delicate, then maybe you'll want to roll over to one side and press yourself back up, coming up into seated pose. And then when you're here, we're going to do a little seated twist. So both legs out in front of you. Bring the left foot in towards your left glute, and then cross the left foot over the right leg. Wonderful. Flex the right toes back towards you once again. Take the left hand round behind the floor behind you, maybe onto your fingertips like a little pole, just to help lean, keep the spine upright. Inhale, lift the right arm up towards the sky. And as you exhale, turn towards your left and lower the left hand onto the outside of that right knee. Inhale, lengthen nice and tall. And as you exhale, turn and look back behind you. Now that left shoulder can peel over towards the right side of the mat, just to help open out through the front of the shoulder and the chest. Just take another couple of breaths here. Wonderful. Then inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, slowly unravel. Let's do the same on the other side. So bending the right knee, bring the foot in towards the glute, and then crossing that right foot over the left leg. Wonderful. Right hand around the floor, behind you onto the floor. Inhale, lifting the left arm up. And then as you exhale, lower the left hand down to the outside of that right knee, lengthen yourself up and start to turn and look over your right shoulder. Now, if you want a little bit more of a deeper sensation of the stretch, you could always bring the left elbow to the outside edge of that right knee and open out across the upper back a little more. Looking back behind you. Another inhale and exhale here, everyone. Wonderful. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, slowly unravel. Marvelous. Come round onto your hands and your knees. Back into your tabletop position again. And take the left hand forwards to the top end of the mat. Take the right hand forward to the top end of the mat. So the hands are slightly wider than shoulder width apart. And lower the head down towards the floor as we come into puppy pose. The hips stay above the knees. And coming down into puppy pose here. But we're not just being passive here in this stretch. We're going to be very active. So press the palms down into the floor. Just activate the lovely deeper stretch through the shoulder joint here. Taking a couple of breaths, pressing the palms down. One more breath. And then slowly lift the head, lift the chest, and bring the hands back more or less underneath the shoulders or slightly ahead of the shoulders. We're going to come into thread the needle. So inhale, right arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, thread the right arm behind that left wrist and slide it all the way along the floor. Lower the side of the head down onto the ground. Left palm is flat on the floor. Press the left hand into the ground and gently turn and look towards the ceiling. Oh, this is such a good stretch. Oh, a couple more breaths here, everyone. One more breath. And then pressing it out into that left hand, release that right arm, bring it all the way back up, look up towards that hand, open your chest. And then let's just do our threading the needle on the other side. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, slide it down behind the right wrist and lower the left shoulder and the side of the head to the ground. Your right palm is flat on the floor, the right elbow points up to the ceiling. Press into that right palm and then gently turn the gaze, look towards the sky. Taking a few lovely deep breaths in and out. And then pressing into that right hand, let's lift the left arm all the way back up to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, lower the hand down. Wonderful. So bringing both hands underneath the shoulders, finding our tabletop position. We're going to lift ourselves up to downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under, lift up into downward facing dog. Fingers spread nice and wide, pushing the floor away through your hands. Spine nice and straight. A little bend in the knees if you need to, but just focus on lengthening the spine as much as you can. So lift the hips up and back. A beautiful deep stretch again through the shoulder joints. Wonderful. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, step it forward by that right thumb and lower the back knee down to the ground. Lovely. Grab hold of your strap once again, coming up into a little kneeling position. Now take your strap fairly wide. The hands should be wider than your shoulder width apart. We're going to do a little bit of flossing with the strap just to really help stretch the shoulder. So we're going to inhale, lift the hands up by the ears, and as you exhale, take the hands back behind you. Now feel free to take the hands a little wider along the strap if you need to. And then inhale, lifting the arms back, exhale, lower back down. Keep the tie nice and tight. The strap is nice and tight. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, gently back behind you. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale again. So it's as if you're trying to tear the strap apart. You're keeping a nice tense, tight pull on that tie. Exhale, bringing the hands and the strap back down. And then last time on this side, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, taking the hands behind you. Now let's keep the hands behind you this time. Pull the strap apart. Just hold it here for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring the strap back in front of you once again. Place it down on the ground to one side and find your downward facing dog. And just notice now maybe how do your shoulders feel after stretching them out. Take a deep breath in. Breathe it out. And then step the left foot by your left thumb and lower the back knee down to the floor again. Once again, let's just take hold of the strap. Let's repeat that little flossing again on this side. So strap nice and wide. Inhale, lift the arms up. Maybe adjust how the width of your hands on your strap if you need to. Exhale, gently lower back behind you. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back down. Remember, keep the tie nice and tight as if you're trying to tear it apart. Exhale, back down behind you. Inhale, forwards. And last time, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back. Keep the arms behind you. Pull the tie nice and tight. Hold it here for 3, for 2, for 1. Beautiful. Lift it back up. Wonderful. Place the strap down onto the floor. Find your little downward facing dog. Just notice how your shoulders feel now as you press into your hands, lift the hips up and back. Wonderful. And then step your feet to your hands and come down onto the floor into a little seated position. In fact, actually, let's bring the soles of the feet together and just bounce the knees up and down just a couple of times. Just let the heat build within the hip joint. So working on our hips and our shoulders today. Now cross the right leg in front of the left, hands either side of you. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen up, and then as you exhale, walk or slide the fingers forward in front of you. Just lengthen out along the spine and create a little bit of space around your sacrum at the base of the spine, so you to feel a nice stretch out across your lower back. Looking down to the ground, just take a couple of breaths. Wonderful, everyone. Walk the hands back towards your legs. Change the cross of your legs so the left leg is going to come in front of the right. Always feels a little more different when you cross the other side. Take a deep breath in, lift the left arm up to the sky, and as you exhale, lean over towards your right hand side. Let's just open up the side of the hip and the waist. And then inhale, lifting back up. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Other side, inhale, right arm sweeps up. Exhale, over to the left. Open up down the right outer hip. Oh, it should feel so good. Inhale, lengthen back up. Lift both hands up. Palms together. Exhale, back down in front of your heart. And just take a few breaths, a few moments just to find stillness once again. And if you have some time, you could always lay down on the mat and enjoy Shavasana, or maybe lower the hands down onto your knees or your lap and just take a couple of minutes for meditation. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope we managed to get into your hips and your shoulders a little there, and look forward to seeing you again. Thank you for your time.